Hello. Please excuse some background noise. It is very hot. I have the fan on, so if you can hear it, that is what you are hearing in the background. I thought I would do something a little bit different and give a quick overview of a controller that I've been using for my fighting games. This is the Hori Octa Pro. It released April 25th, I believe. As you can see, it's Sony branded. This I've been primarily using for Guilty Gear Strive, King of Fighters 15, a few other fighting games. I've been putting in a lot more time in Guilty Gear Strive. Not doing that great. Going to actual floor ranked matches because I was doing a lot of open park. So a brief overview. So you have 6 face buttons that are command buttons. This is usable for PS4, PS5, PC. So you have your normal 4 buttons here, then R1, R2, or right trigger, right bumper, if I know. Not too familiar with the Xbox layout. Specific names. You have your short thumb stick right here. Your left analog stick here, which is clickable. Then you have your D-pad right here. Options, start button, menu button / share button. The trackpad, PS button, home button. This is the mute mic button. This is the settings button, which you can use to configure different map buttons. You have your shoulder buttons here, L1, L2, L3, R3. You can use the L3 here as well, clickable, but there is no R3 for this. It's just a directional. Then you have your toggles here, PS5, PS4, PC. Then this is a toggle to basically lock these buttons right here. So the middle button will just lock this trackpad button area and the PS / home button. Then if you press it all the way to the right, it will disable the menu, share, options button, as well as these two. Basically from any accidental clicking while you're playing the game. Then your 3.5mm headphone jack. And then you have grip buttons right here, which with that settings button, you can actually map for extra compatibility customizable. Then in the back, this is wired and wireless. So a toggle right here for wired connection, and then on the right, wireless connection. It comes with a 10-foot USB braided, let's see if it'll focus, USB-C braided 10-foot wire for connection through wired connection. On the top here, so this is where you connect the USB-C. It's USB-C to USB-C. I'm currently using a USB-C adapter into a USB port. This right here, you plug in your USB, you clamp this down, and it will lock it so that you won't have any accidental disconnection to the wired controller when it's in. It comes with altogether 3 directional D-pad swappable buttons. This one right here, hopefully it can focus. This was the primary one, the default one, which is a cross between this softer cross one and this embossed cross directional pad. This one I just recently switched to. I've actually not tried out yet how it works. This one is basically a cross between both these directionals. It's basically the middle of it. I'll get to that in a second. There's a reason why I switched, and I do want to test this out. And then this is your wireless dongle right here. So that can connect wirelessly. So, real quick, let's click the buttons. Not entirely sure if that's going to pick up. So, you can feel some feedback from the buttons. You know, clicks. To my ears, it sounds nice. The controller does feel pretty light. I don't really know if I would say hollow, but it does feel light. But there is a little bit of a sturdiness. It's not like it feels absolutely cheap. The D-pad. Now, the D-pad is something of why I switched. Now, I'm not going to take this off right now, but basically underneath the D-pad, which when I started to look into it a little bit more, there was a review done by a channel called Frame Counting. And when he thoroughly went through it, he does a lot of controller reviews. Basically, an issue that he found was there's no real pivot on the D-pad. Meaning that if I were to press down in the middle, it has a good chance of making an input for more than one direction at the same time. Now, I noticed it when I was using this one, and I have yet tried this directional pad to see if there's a difference. And that's pretty significant when you're doing fighting games. So, I haven't had too many issues necessarily in more panicky, heated type, battles. That's more so my own skill. But I have noticed if I were to do, for instance, Soul, there's a special attack he does, which is quarterback heavy. It would take me kind of more than what I would do with a previous controller or even my arcade stick. It would take me more chances or takes to actually pull off that command. So that's something notable. I still feel that this is a pretty good fight controller, but that's more of a personal thing. I might have a difference with using this cross D-pad that I switched out. But that's something that's significant. You can, I'm not someone to use this analog stick for fighting games. I'm just not. I've tried it. It's doable. There are people who do play like that. I personally just don't. I'm used to, the little bit more precise, more feedback feel of a D-pad. The face button commands, there's no problem there that I really see. This I purchased from Amazon and it was $110. Do I think it was worth it? I think it's, for me, I don't necessarily regret buying it. But I would honestly say that if you're really gonna, play a fighting game, you can't necessarily go wrong with Logitech controller. Certain Logitech ones. There might be others. I know Turtle Beach has one. Razer has a one. 8-bit, which that's right now that's more difficult for I'm not going to get into political reasons, but shipment, from exporting and importing outside the country is kind of a difficulty. So the price thing is going to be something you're going to have to consider with 8-bit. But if you're serious about fighting games, again, I haven't tried this D-pad, but I would be very selective. I mean, if you can use a PS4 or a DualSense controller, they have capabilities of syncing with PC now, and that would honestly be a better bet. Apologies. There's also specific gaming controllers, but I would do real research. This, I'm not, like I said, I'm not regretful about the purchase. It's been working out pretty well. I've been used to the 6 command buttons. But yeah, this for me, it's sufficient. Again, it's primarily me trying to figure out how this is, which I'll go ahead and give an update about it after I played a few rounds to see how the actual input feels. So, for what I'm trying to get better with fighting games for my investment, this is not necessarily a disappointing purchase, but I would suggest that you review and search a little bit more. In my next video was just going to be another little bit of a quick breakdown. I'm going to do a bit of a comparison between controllers and fighting arcade sticks, which would be the better route. And that is aimed to people who are really wanting to get into fighting games. Appreciate you watching. Keep a lookout on my review on controllers versus arcade sticks.
Ready?